So it was kind of a evolutionary process. We have gotten Pell Grants and others. I think that we've got some decent programs there. I don't think that we're in a position, or ever going to be in a position, where we can guarantee everyone 4 years of college from the federal treasury, but we can certainly make it easier to provide them with the opportunity to do that. I'm mindful of that concern. I'm mindful of the need for more education and better education in this country. The income disparity in this country is more than it used to be. We don't want to have a large class of folks who can't go to school and haven't gotten an adequate education, in a high-tech economy where the rich are getting richer and the poor are getting poorer. Now, I don't think I'm not saying that that's the direction that we're headed in, but it could. It could happen, and a part of the solution to that is better education. And the federal government has got a role in that it plays, and rightfully so. But I think the obligation here is to help and to get people over the rough spots, and understanding that people are still going to have to do what you're obviously doing, and put it all together and get through school. Sometimes you go to junior college before you go to the other one. Various other things that you can do, but you're the backbone of American society. A lot more people like you than there are whose daddy writes them a check, and we just need to work together on that. They tell me I'm finished here, but
can I ask a question?
Yeah. Well, I wasn't going to say no.
I just wish my day being here.
Beg pardon?
I just wish my day being here.
Just wish what, sir?
I just wasted my day being here if I can't ask you a question.
This is a free country. Just keep yourself to yourself. In the Lord Jesus Christ, I ask you to keep your peace. That's good. No laughter about Jesus Christ.
You're the one that's making it.
By the way, don't be back talking. I am just as important in this world as anybody ever sitting in this place and think they're better. And by the way, I believe the fight after to our great president, George Washington Bush, I've taken a stand for him. I took a lot of guts from the Republican Party as well as the Democrats. I believe that the moral convictions in this country should be together, not divided, because with the house divided will not stand. By the way, when the troops went into the up there, we should have went from the north as well as the south. We would have been better off than trying to rush them up there and have circle where there was supposed to be a lot of bad things happening. There could have been a lot of things happening there. If we let it look another year or two, they probably would have. So we did the right thing. And I didn't come up here to talk about that, but that is important to know. All those entities out there, talking to those tribes, to bring these tribes together and working together to get to live with peace with one another is very important. We need to have that done. I'm not a big shot, but I listen to Jesus Christ. I listen to what's right for this country, and I want to live the way I talk, not talk like something else. By the way, let's treat everybody honest. Even the people that live in your newspapers should be allotted. The postman gets paid. Now this is not important to some people because who cares? But every person should be treated fair. Even the newspaper man should get like the postman. Whatever it takes, 51 cents a mile, another third onto that, and they should be able to afford to live their paper right. I'm saying that for one thing. If we can't take the small entities and do them right, how can we handle the big ones? And I think every one of us should be treated fair and honest. I'm out here as a big shot. I'm here as the average citizen that believes in what's right for everybody. For some people, it should be right for all.
Thanks, Richard.
God bless you all.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much. I've been handed a little card here that my folks say has been left around, and so if anybody who might want to stay in touch, please fill that. And also, spread08.com. We are getting an awful lot of folks over the internet and otherwise who are making contact with us and want to be a part of this. Obviously, we think it'd be something that be good for the country. If you think so, give us your name and stay in touch. There's a man right there with a little baby. I ain't gonna leave him.
I got a question for you, Senator. What would you say to family and friends that I have who are very conservative, but they think they're Democrats because they've been in unions or because they think that the Republican Party is the party of the rich. How would you speak out to them?
Well, you know, I always thought I was a poster child for the Republican Party not being a part of the rich. I've tried my best to get that way over the years. That's because I live in a free society. I don't have any special message to any particular group of Americans. I think sometimes we get a little bit too far in that direction. Whoever is elected president of this country more than any time in our country's history is going to have to represent all Americans. All Americans. And all Americans need to be challenged in what's good, not just for me and mine. Everybody deserves a free country where you get a fair chance with no discrimination, an opportunity to succeed and be treated decently, and have the rule of law applied to you. You go to the courthouse, you have the same rights as the richest person in the county. Every person has a right to that. But past that, we're all Americans and have the same things of interest. I can't imagine people talking about moms, and my wife was the first one to say, you know, about national security and it being important to moms. She said, well, I know it's important to daddies too. The security for our children. To not live in a world where you don't think every day you're allowed to pick up the paper and read about something that's being planned, or turn on the news to see where you've had another catastrophic event. The National Intelligence Estimate that came out, even the declassified version not too long ago, indicates, you know, Al-Qaeda is alive and well. They're trying to get their hands on the most horrendous weapons ever known to man. And people say, well, let's don't talk about 9/11, let's talk about the future. Unfortunately, this is the future. We've got to do better, not only in terms of military capability, but in terms of our persuasive capability. Some people call that soft power. In terms of our alliances with other nations, friendly nations who've been our allies and friends for so many years. Make sure we share what we need to be sharing in terms of intelligence, and we may remain strong together so the United States doesn't have to bear the brunt of all this at all times. We need to make sure that here we have a court system that's properly adapted to the realities of the new world that we live in. Make sure that we have surveillance capabilities that do what's necessary to pick up conversations with Al-Qaeda and others and still protect individual liberties. All of those things are of interest to every single human being. Prosperity. You can't have prosperity just for some folks in this country. You got to have prosperity for everybody. You got to have an economy that's growing. When an economy grows, it helps in terms of unemployment numbers. It helps in terms of inflation. It helps in terms of interest rates. And all of those things that help everybody. If interest rates are low, I mean, it helps the fat cat. There's no question about that. And the big deals that they're going to make. But it helps the little person, too, when they go to buy a home and whatever else they want to buy. So we need to think about togetherness. We need to think about things that will make us more secure and more prosperous as a nation, fairer as a nation, and things that will unify us as a people. Those are all things that are vital to every economic group in this country. Thank you very much.